This is from Christine. She says, I'm worried about 3 team members possibly losing their jobs. It's causing me a lot of stress. I'm actually losing sleep over it. Now, I've known them for a long time. One of them I really, really like. And what keeps me awake at night is the idea that they're just going to get laid off right before Christmas and maybe even blame me, even though really it's not my decision. So do you have any advice on how to change my mindset? That would be super appreciated.
I can see how heavily the situation is weighing on you. I mean, it would weigh really heavily on anybody. It's sort of not, it's uncomfortable. It's like when you find out your friend is getting cheated on. It's like the age-old question, like, do you tell them? Do you not tell them? What do you do? Are they going to blame you? I think, at the end of the day, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with Christine, right? This is a decision that's going to be made at a higher level, unless there is something that she can do to potentially talk to her superiors. I don't know if she can even vouch for these people, if she really believes in their quality of work. Maybe she can suggest some kind of work improvement plan that they get onto rather than being let go. But if she does not have any control over this situation, she's got to find a way to sort of separate that from her personal life. Like, she can't let that just infect every other area of her life.
Yeah, Christine, I would say you're clearly a very kind person, but you're making a huge mistake here. And I can tell you because I'm the kind of person who makes the same exact mistake. You've decided that you're responsible for something that isn't in your direct control, and you're allowing it to cause you a ton of unnecessary stress. And so this is the kind of situation where it is essential to get back to the stoic principle of what can I actually control here? So your energy is out here. You're putting all your energy out here. Your care and your energy is all out there. The problem with putting your care and energy out there is you can't control out there. I don't know if anybody here obsesses about politics and gets really upset about politics, but I can tell you the president isn't calling you on the red phone being like, hey, Jessica, I have a question. How should we run this country or conduct our politics? So we get really upset and we expend a lot of time and a lot of our energy out there when really we can't control it. So the Stoics would say, let's bring our energy and our attention back here. What can I actually control in this situation? So depersonalizing isn't about being a bad person or cutting off your care. Depersonalizing is bringing your care back to the place where it can actually have impact. Where can your care have impact? And the situations that Carey just mentioned are places where it can have impact. Take your care and go to your boss and say, this person is great. I think we should think about putting them on a performance plan and keeping them. Or saying, hey boss, I'm having a lot of stress around you letting these people go before the holidays. Can we do it after the new year? Or something, or even saying, if once that person does get let go, saying, hey, I would love to write you a glowing letter of recommendation because you were fantastic here. These are places where your care can have a change and can have impact. So depersonalizing can sound, I recognize, like it's a lack of empathy, but it's not. That would be a big mistake. Depersonalizing is to bring your care back into the zone where it can actually have some impact.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't live their life for them. And when we care about somebody, it's only natural. Like, we want to make their life easier. We want to shield them. We don't want them to have a hard time with everything. But the reality is, like, everybody has their own journey that they're on. And challenges can actually be one of the best things that happen to people. Obviously, it's not fun when you're going through it. But almost everybody I know who has been fired says that it was actually one of the good things that's happened to them, because they end up getting a better job or they end up pursuing something they're more passionate about. And so if they are already a great worker, this could be a great opportunity for them to find a better position where their skills and contributions are really valued. And so I like to think of people getting fired as sort of like a blessing in disguise. It's never something that you want to have happen or that you necessarily choose. But in my personal opinion, as a manager, if somebody is being fired, there's usually a reason that they're getting fired, even if you can't see that reason right now.
Can I also break in and just say, like, my analogy would be if you had a really good girlfriend and you heard that their boyfriend was thinking about breaking up with them, are you really doing them a favor by interceding with the boyfriend and saying, no, don't break up with them? It's like they're together with a person who doesn't want to be together with them anymore. Maybe it's the best thing that those two people aren't together. And I know it's always so personal and it's always so crushing to lose one's job, but you also have to ask yourself, are you really doing them a favor if you intercede and make sure that they keep a job where both people aren't feeling it. If the company isn't feeling like this person's invaluable, I gotta hold on to this person, then interceding and keeping that relationship together, you might just be keeping them 2, 3, 4 more years in a relationship where they have a hope that they're gonna get promoted. They have a hope that they're gonna move forward, but actually they're not because that person really didn't want to be with them. If I heard that a friend of mine didn't want to be with another friend of mine and they'd work through it, I would say, like, I'd either mind my own business or I'd say, yeah, cut it sooner. Shit or get off the pot. Excuse my language. Get in there and do it or don't do it. But like, let that person go live their life and be with somebody who really wants to be with them. And I know I'm using the relationship analogy, but I think work is a type of relationship.
Do we want to be in the role of a fixer or do we want to be in the role of a supporter? It's like a supporter does not actually try to fix things. Their role comes after the firing is done, after the breakup has happened. It's like you want to be there as a great friend for that person and provide emotional support at that point. But it is not really your job to insert yourself in that actual process.
You can't do everything for everybody, right? This is their journey, not yours. You can be supportive, you can empathize, but at the end of the day, it's their path to walk. And if you're putting your energy out there in the world like this, I'll bet you're doing this in other ways where you're trying to save other people from other situations or take on the emotional load from situations that really aren't yours to take on and where you really can't have a positive impact. So I know it's hard, but maybe instead of depersonalization, the term we can use is right-sizing. Right-sizing your care, right-sizing your emotion, meaning what is the right level of care here? What is the right role for me to play? And if they choose to blame you for getting fired, even though it's not your fault, you have to let them do that too. You have to let people have misconceptions about you in life. There's people walking around today, right now, who think something about me that I know in my heart of heart isn't true, but that's their right. It's none of my business what other people think about me. It's only my business who I am and how I operate in the world. And if I know that I did the right thing and I was holding myself in the right way.